Feature Friday.
The freshest. What up, people? Welcome to Feature Friday Plus. As you can see, we're joined today by Karencici. Hello, Karen. How's it going?
Hi guys, I'm Karen. What's up?
Very charming. You know, it's really interesting. I was listening a lot to your music before we even got to do this.
Yeah, that's right.
Early last year, actually not early last year, maybe like August, September. I came across some of your tracks, and it was one of those I don't know, pleasant surprises. You know, when you're kind of just scrolling on YouTube and then you get like those music
Gems.
videos, yeah. And it was
Thank
it was
you.
really nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, it's great. I think overall your latest album, 99% Angel, is an absolute vibe. Love
Thanks.
the early 2000s like callbacks throughout the whole album. They're so great. How did it feel to
Yes.
come up with something like that? Any specific inspirations behind it?
For this album, it was finished around I remember before my other project, PANTHEPACK. So
Yeah.
it was actually done in like April, May-ish.
Cool.
And the whole album concept is based on Y2K and basically all kinds of music styles, R&B, hip hop, and then a little bit of rock. And basically it's just like a very aesthetically pleasing album, and I think the concept is very interesting. It's about angels and devils. I think everybody tries their best to be like a perfect angel, in the front line, but we have our dark sides and we have our devil moments, and I think those moments are very it should be appreciated too. So that's what I'm trying to do with this album. I think Floss is beautiful, nobody is perfect, and yeah, basically.
It's kind of like the idea of like duality. We were discussing this of camera actually not long ago, that like a lot of people kind of just neglect one, because yeah, as you said, I was like, no one's really one way. Everyone, we're like kind of multi-dimensional people. We have like high days, low days, or really like darker days and brighter days. And being able to put that into art and turn it into music, I think a lot of people, well, definitely, I'd imagine, are gonna be able to relate.
Yes. Are you guys matching? Are you guys both wearing purple?
No, he's wearing blue. I'm wearing purple.
Oh,
But-
it looks like you guys look very aesthetically nice. It's like
Thanks.
purple and blue.
That's
I love
my
it.
that's my sister. So she's the boss. She says we're wearing red or pink or purple. I just oblige.
Oh, I love that. Love it.
You're also matching with your background, and that hits the spot for me.
Yes, we have a red light over there.
Love it.
Dude,
Props to your team. I love that.
You're in LA, right? Los Angeles.
Yeah. So I was born in California, and but I lived in China with my grandparents when I was around 3, and then I moved back again to America when I turned about 13, 14-ish to go to middle school and high school. And I didn't graduate high school. I basically I got like a contract deal from like one of a record label here in Asia. And I signed a deal when I was 16, and then I just decided to move here by myself.
Bloody hell.
Absolutely nuts. How did that
Yeah.
feel like? The cultural differences between, because we're from South America and from Venezuela to be specific. So, the whole bilingual thing was already being hard. It was already hard. And then, the cultural shocks was completely
Yeah,
different.
dude, like between South America and then Europe, where we are in London,
Yeah.
there are obviously huge cultural, differences. What the fuck was it like from China to the US?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very different, and it was interesting because when I went back to China, I forgot English. So I did not speak any English. And then when I went back to America again to go to school and everything, it was kind of hard for me at first because I didn't speak the language. I didn't have any friends. And like, I remember my school, I was like the only Asian person in my school. So it was really hard for me. But luckily, I think because I was young, so I picked it up really quick, and I made some friends and stuff. And then after being comfortable in America, and then I had to move back to Asia again, it was like very hard because I feel like Asian culture is very different from the States because
Oh, 100%.
yeah, we're like more conservative in a
Mm.
way.
I agree.
And
yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like for example, we call everyone like teacher here. We'll be like, oh, I can teach you. Actually, I could teach you how to say
Go
teacher.
ahead. Yes, that would cool.
It's 老师.
老师.
Yeah. So for example, if like let's say your name is Kevin and you're like a producer, like a music producer, I can't just call you Kevin. I have to call you Kevin 老师. It's like a respect thing.
That's cool. In Venezuela, like in South America, we do in Spanish, we do something similar. We have like we call usted, somebody who is like older to us.
You can't call them you. Like
you,
if you say you and they're older than you, it's like really rude.
Yeah.
Like so rude they'll probably smack you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
That's
have
very similar.
Yeah. So you have to treat them like
with respect, like you owe them because
they
like know
master.
more than you.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah. In a way, that's kind of like the same.
Yeah. The only difference though is probably in South America is that even though you have to treat them like a master, say there's music, you can ask them to dance with you, and then they forget about all the rules and get drunk with you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's not bad. So then take me through maybe the journey then. So you create me. So you land a deal from a really young age, and then you move to the US,
and then back to Asia.
And then back to Asia. Were you making music in Asia all the way, just in Chinese?
So when I was how I got signed, it was because I went to like a competition in the States, and it was like just like a small competition, and one of the judges was a music producer in my current record label. His name is Bing, and he kind of like discovered me, and then he signed me, and then I moved here. And then I thought signing a record deal means like I made it. Like
famous.
I was like,
famous, right?
I'm famous. I'm a superstar. Like I made it.
Yeah.
But that was not the case. Like I remember when I first landed here, I was kind of scared because I was like, wait, can I cuss or no?
Yeah, totally. Feel free to.
Oh shit. Okay.
You can do whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, like, what am I doing? Like, do I have a future? Is this like the right thing to do? Am I gonna be able to live by myself in Asia? Like, I did not have any friends, any family. So it was really hard for me. And then basically like the first 2 years of my contract from 16 to 17, it was like trainee years. So I had like classes and stuff. I had vocal lessons and dance lessons and speech lessons too. Great. Because my Chinese was not that good. So I had to learn how to speak it more fluently. And there was also media classes. So I have to learn how to talk to press and like in interviews and stuff like that. And it was really hard because like I just didn't know what to do. Like everybody was telling me different things. They were like, oh, you have to be like this. You have to act like this. You have to be likable. And it was just a mess. And at that time, I was a little bit like chubby because I was just, in my teenage years. But Asia's beauty standard is very strict. So they kind of expect you to be very, very skinny in order to be like a celebrity or like a singer. So I had to weight myself every day in front of my manager. And if my weight, it's so tough.
It is
for
terrible,
like
right?
16. For like a 16 years old, it's so tough. If the number goes up a little bit, I remember she would be like, yo, Karen, you got to watch your weight. You cannot, we cannot do this. So it was really hard for me, like the first 3-4 years of my life in Asia. And then I remember like I would go to the company every day and I would write music and both in English and Chinese. And I would just think that like, oh, maybe I can release my album this year. And then the year like ends and then nothing happens. And then like it was like that for like 3 to 4 years. Okay. And then at that point, I thought about giving up because I was like, okay, obviously, they probably think that I'm not good enough. So maybe I should just go back and just go to college and maybe get a regular job. It's just not realistic to do music and art because also I wasn't earning any money either. So it was really hard, but I was very lucky because my mom was helping me a lot. So she was giving me a lot of like support and stuff because at that time I couldn't really work because I didn't have any working visa.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't work, I couldn't make money, and I couldn't do music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just
You're
really
kind of like
tough.
all in, whether you have
Yeah,
a choice or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the whole adapting process. People think, oh, you just take a year for you to like get used to everything around you, and especially when you're being bombarded with so much information, people just think that, oh yeah, in a year time, even you in your own mind, you think, oh yeah, in about a year, give it a year, I'll be fine. And then you find
yeah,
yourself, in this conflicted
So much
area.
inner turmoil.
Yeah, it must have
yeah.
been really strong mentally. How did you get through
I
it
would
all?
imagine there was some benefits to kind of, yeah, withstanding so
Yeah.
much pressure and so much continuity of training and difficulty.
Yeah, there was definitely good and bad. I think the good thing was I had to push myself,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really good thing for somebody that wants to do art nowadays. I feel like
Yeah.
because there's nobody around you, like they don't care about you. You know, you're the only person that care about yourself. So if you really want to do something, you have to kind of do anything you can to get there and do whatever you want. So I think that was something that I've learned. And bad things is like emotionally is very exhausting.
Yeah.
Um, definitely. But things all got better when I turned around like 19 to 20-ish because I got older and I kind of like had a bit of time to really find out who I am and what
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do. And as I got to know myself a little bit better, I found out that I think I like R&B, I like hip hop. That's the
Sure.
type of music that I like and I want to do. So I learned a bit more about that myself. And then finally, I got to have an album, like my first album ever. And then it
Cool.
was just
It's a hot
good.
album. I love it. It's great.
Thank,
It's such a vibe.
It's
thank you so much.
it's so cool too. By the way, you're very sweet. Like the way you speak is so you're very aware of I don't know, maybe it's the media training. I have no idea, Karen.
Coming into
Yeah.
practice
I mean,
there.
I don't really follow the media training though.
Yeah, but you're very it's I think probably other people will probably agree, but you're nice to listen to, which I think is so interesting because to get an insight into an artist's mentality and perspective and at the end of the day, I think a lot of people want to, when they listen to an artist, they want to also know that they can get to know
Mhm.
them via their music or
That's
through
right.
their music.
Mhm.
And there's some things that I'm sure every artist keeps to themselves. I have one at home, my sister, so I'm sure it will be the same for you, where maybe you don't share everything through your music, but it certainly feels like very genuine, a very genuine creative process. So you create your album, and then
Mhm.
what's kind of in your head? Maybe this is the moment where you're like, okay, fuck, this is it. I finally released it. Where are you now, kind of mentally and creatively, now that you've kind of, I
Release
guess,
the first
yeah,
album.
hit your
Yeah.
peak, right? Where you're kind of okay. I know what I like. I know what I want to create.
Mhm. So I think for my first album, I was still kind of not sure what I wanted to do and
Okay.
what I wanted to be. But this album is, I think it's very me, and I got to do a lot of A&R and
Mm-hmm.
video and visuals and stuff. I was involved, so I learned a lot
Nice.
of things. So I think this album is very complete as to theme wise and the flow and the storyline. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
very complete. And for my future project, I think I have a lot more stuff that I really want to do. I want to do a lot of collabs, overseas collabs,
Cool.
and just different types of things. I want to shoot music videos. I want to direct. I want to do a lot of things.
It's great. I love when you discover that side of, when there's something new that you didn't know that you could do, and then you're so excited to put it all into a new project. It's really refreshing to know that, an artist that you just discovered, or something that resonates with you, then has this urge to continue to create something new and something exciting. Honestly, overall, 99% Angel has this continuity, this flow from song to song, from the aesthetic is very cohesive.
It's like a
And
story, kind of. It's like a book. It reads really well.
exactly. And now that you're speaking about how involved you were in the whole process, from visuals to knowing that you compose everything, is so important to me as a listener. I think it's getting an in to know you. And I find it so brave. Oh, what is it like to write all this stuff down? Obviously, given the fact that it's also in two different languages, so is that just natural flow that you write in both languages, or is it like an effort put into it?
A combination bangs. I never thought
Yeah.
I'd hear Chinese and English and then kind of be
Sounds
like,
so
what the?
great. Yeah.
She's fire. Yeah.
I used to write in English more,
Hmm.
but because I am an artist in Asia, so I really want to embrace my culture and incorporate that into my music. So I try my best to combine Chinese with English and make it sound natural as
Hmm.
possible. And it's fun to play with both languages because it's very different, and different words mean different things in both languages, and it's cool to play with the flow and the
Yeah.
rhymes and everything.
So hold on a second. So you're making your own solo music. Because I'm just thinking now, you're making your own solo music. And then are you going like back and forth in China to LA off?
I
You're just
I
traveling all
fly
the time.
yeah, all the time. I fly back to LA once a year to
Right.
see my family and stuff.
Cool.
And then if I'm working, I would be in Asia most of the time.
I see, I
Right,
see.
right, right.
So then that makes way more sense. But still, time wise, dude, you're making your own solo music. You're also being part of the
Packs.
Panda Pack, and you're also doing, directing your own music videos and being involved in your. Do you sleep?
Rarely. I love work. I think that's the thing about me. Well, as of right now, I think it's a good time for me to just like work, 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 work.
Yeah.
And then when I'm very like exhausted, I'll just take a break and I'll just lay in my bed for like a week, and then I'll get up and then work, work, work. Yeah.
That's great. How does it balance out to work in a group as well as work in a solo? Because you were a soloist first, and then working as a group is a completely different dynamic. How did that feel for you?
I was very nervous at first because I've never worked with like a group
Yeah.
before. It's very different because
Yeah.
it involves three other people and you have to get along with them because you have to be with them like constantly for like a couple months. And at first I was very nervous, but then all three of them are very, very nice, and they kind of like took care of me because I was the youngest, and
Right.
I'm like sister to them. So I'm just very lucky to be a part of this project, and I learn a lot from them.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they're a very talented bunch. All four of you, are really talented
Yeah,
bunch.
and you create a really great synergy all together. It's a magic combo that you guys had going on. It's really fun.
Especially because of the styles. Like it's
Mhm.
such an intricate, like what would you call it? Decision to combine such styles. Like obviously you have,
Everybody's so stylistically different.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone has a distinct
Mhm.
yeah, sound. So
Aesthetic to themselves.
it was
Yeah.
really nice. And then obviously I think you would have known that if obviously you're listening to your solo work and stuff, you're like, okay, shit, that's like Karen's sound. And then if you merge it with, with Jackson's sound, or you kind of see,
Yeah.
you see something really cool come about. So it was really refreshing to see. And I'm sure, I hope you're kind of happy with how things have come out with like the sounds and the songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I love PANTHEPACK. I think like maybe one day I'll get it tattooed on myself. I don't know, but I
It'd be
love it.
great.
I think it's very meaningful for me, and I'm very thankful for this project. I'm so glad I met like all three of them. They're so nice. Like Jackson is so creative and such a hardworking dude. Like
Yeah.
that dude don't sleep. He
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
sleep.
I believe you.
That's for sure. Yeah, and Jay Sean, he's so talented.
Jay's very
And
good, yeah.
yeah, his voice is so nice, and he's so
Such
nice
a
in person.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah, so nice. And Ice, such a good rapper. Like
Great,
he's
right?
He's
our
great.
He's
He's
really
got
good,
some
yeah.
crazy flow. I love him.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
he's crazy.
Great work,
Yeah.
great work.
Oh, sorry, the mic is unplugged.
Yeah, it's really cool though. I think overall the work between working in a group and then releasing your new album, even though you recorded it before Panda Pack, how is this transition going back to your solo work again? You know, because it's back to you. How does that feel?
At first, I was kind of like not used to working by myself
Yeah.
because with them, it was just like very loud all the time. You know, they had so much to say, and I didn't have to say anything basically. If I go do interviews, they'll just be like blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
yeah. But now it's like me, like I'm by myself, so I have to do all the talking. So I'm like, yeah, I'm used to it now. But at first, when I started, I was like a little bit like not you, like I wasn't used to it, and I missed
Yeah.
them a lot.
Yeah.
You said you're the youngest. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24, right?
24.
Right, right.
You know, going back to in your story, when did you actually first realize that you wanted to do this for the rest of your life? Because it's a really important part. Like it's something turns, something shifts. Usually
Mhm.
for a lot of people, did you ever make a conscious choice, or did you always just know?
For me, I think it's because of my grandma.
Right.
So
Oh,
my grandma always wanted to be like a singer, like an
Mhm.
artist, but at her time she couldn't do that because you don't make money off of being
Yeah.
doing arts.
there's a good
So
argument, Karen, that you still, in general, most musicians are broke and most artists.
Yep.
It's difficult. It's a difficult
it's
industry, man.
Still life.
it's still very hard,
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
little bit better than like back then.
I agree.
Well, now
So
I
social
agree.
media, it's a hell of a tool.
Yeah.
yes, definitely, definitely. So my grandma wanted to be like an artist, but she couldn't. So she kind of like put her dream on me. So when I was
Right.
like super young, she would have me go to vocal lessons and dance lessons and piano lessons and stuff like that. And at that time, I didn't really have any idea of what like music is, what
Right.
art is. I was just doing whatever my grandma told me to
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I was like, okay, that makes her happy. I'll do it. And then when I really started to like music myself, I think it was when I turned like 14, 15-ish,
Right.
because that's when I started to write my own music. And I remember one day, like I got home from school and then my mom just got off work. She came back and then I wrote like a song on the piano. And then I was like, yo, mom, I wrote a song. And then she was like, you can write songs? I was like, I don't know. Let me show you. So I played the song and then I sang it to her. And then she was like, yo, that's not bad.
I was like, you
So
know
I was
what?
like, yeah, I mean, I should maybe like, I should do this. I should continue. Like, I should continue writing. So
Yeah.
that's when I started to like music, like really, really like music.
But yeah, and then a year later, you land the deal.
Hmm?
At 16, you land, and then maybe what, 2 years later,
You landed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
that's when you,
yeah.
bloody
wild,
hell.
wild. It's just meant to be.
I guess. I don't know.
But you do know that's quick though.
That is
That's
crazy though.
That
it's
it,
mental.
yeah. Like, yeah, my life is pretty weird.
No, it's
There's a lot of
cool. It's
there's a
cool.
lot of things.
It shows a lot of perseverance in that aspect of self discovery. I think there, the fact that at any point in that journey you could have literally just given up and it was a possibility, like a very tangible possibility. The fact that you
Yeah.
didn't shows a lot of self confidence in the process of trusting yourself and into getting to know yourself. And I think that is so admirable.
Yeah,
What is it?
what sorry,
No,
apologies.
go ahead.
But what kept you going then? Because there
Yeah,
was obviously some more darker years. You did mention your family, but at the end of the day,
being alone is
it's rough, right?
yeah.
There's a lot of inner turmoil. But what kind of kept you going and kept you making the decision that this is what I'm gonna stick with, and regardless of how hard training is and how difficult and dark times may seem, I'm gonna continue to plow through.
I think one of the biggest thing that kept me going was my family
Okay.
because it's so hard for like an Asian family to let their child do music and art
Oh, right.
as a job. Yeah, so the fact that they trust in me and they're letting me doing art as my job, I think I can't let them down. You know, I feel like I have to make something out of myself so I can, in a way, like show them and return everything that they've invested on me as a parent.
It's funny, like in South America, I don't think it may be as strict as what you're mentioning, kind of like family wise, but where we're from, like you, if you want to be a singer, that's kind of like you've decided to be broke for the rest of your life.
Basically.
So they kind of encourage you, you know, go to university and either become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer.
Or if they say something like, yeah, go ahead, pursue your dreams, but have a plan B. Like, always have a plan B. Like, you need something to fall back on. And I remember that being,
shit hits a lot, dude.
yeah.
Like, that's
I remember that
It's
being
the
such a,
same.
such a, and it's a hard reality to face though, when you want to search, like, commit yourself to something, that sense of responsibility behind the fact that you're gonna let your family down. It's like this whole heritage thing that you're not letting yourself down, you're letting your whole generation down, right? So it's such a, it fuels you. I understand that really well. It's crazy how much, you know, all of those pep talks kind of like stick to your brain. It's crazy.
I didn't know like Latin culture would be so kind of similar to Asian culture.
So similar, actually.
Crazy. Yeah.
I remember we eat the same type of food too.
Probably.
Do we, Cameron?
Do you guys eat pork feet?
Yeah. Back home we do. We do too. Yes. Not one of my favorite dishes though, but yeah, we do. And also we also drink this soup made out of chicken feet.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we do that too. We love chicken feet.
there you go.
Basically the same.
It doesn't sound the nicest, but it's actually very bloody good. Yeah.
And it has so much collagen. It's good for your skin.
Yes.
Oh,
all the time. It's good for your skin.
Absolutely.
That's why we don't age. That's why we don't age.
That's right.
It's great. It's great, honestly. And
yeah, I don't know what happened though, because Latinos do age and really quick, but Asian people don't.
Yeah, you guys are like immortal. It's so cool.
I would have never thought though, like they'd be so similar, because one of the countries that we do think, like especially Venezuela, has quite a bit in common is like the Philippines.
Oh yeah, we're so similar culturally speaking.
Given like the past of, like, you know, the Spanish Empire colonizing both and all of that, but yeah, China and South America, they seem to, just Asian in general, seem to have a lot in common. That's fucking wild.
You wouldn't think so though, right? It's like we're so far apart.
Can I ask you, Zoe, what are like the most popular genres like in China, like music genres?
Ballads are a huge thing here. It's been like a huge thing for like a minute, but recently R&B and hip hop is really coming up.
No way, really?
Yeah, because there was like a show that popped off like a couple years ago. It was called The Rap of China. And like a lot of people discovered like hip hop and rap music through that show. So it's been like very poppin' lately.
That's awesome. That's awesome, because given the fact that, you know, it's such a brand new era for the music genre overall, I like seeing the commercial R&B and hip hop taking over the charts in the past 5 years. I think it's pretty wild to think that it's such a global movement as well, you know? It's cool to see it. Do you feel proud to be part of that? Because that for sure you're taken in by a storm.
Yeah, of course. I think music is what really connects all of us. Like language, it doesn't really matter. If it sounds good, it sounds good. If you want to dance, you want to dance. So
yeah, it's actually crazy, because in the last, well, Karen, like the last 10 years, you have seen, you know, we've all seen kind of in the charts, rappers become number ones and R&B artists become number one again. Like R&B has always kind of been present in the charts, and you obviously have the 2000s, you had the you know, NSYNC, TLC, the early 90s, you had good R&B, and then in the last 10-15 years you've seen kind of the evolution of all these genres, hip hop and R&B, but go in the mainstream. And in the US and the UK specifically, like we've seen it really closely, but not many people take into account that hip hop and R&B are starting to be what hip hop and R&B were in the US, in other parts of the world. Like they're starting to really, really, really come up. And I guess just people maybe presume that they're just as popular, but the scene, like the South Korean rapping scene, is really kicking off.
Yeah.
It seems now the Chinese one. I'm really interested on that. We do podcasts every week where we check out new music, and I think this week we might do maybe Chinese hip hop or R&B. That would be really interesting
we would
to check
love
out.
to discover what type of artists would you recommend? Which ones would be your recommendation?
Let me think. There's a guy named Ozzy. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he does like R&B and a little bit of hip hop. Very nice. He's also from LA, I think.
Oh yeah.
So his songs, he has English songs and Chinese songs in both languages.
Yeah, I don't mind if it's all Chinese, Karen. It's fine. Like, because it's completely
really
different.
good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys should check him out. He's really dope.
Definitely.
And who else? Let me think. There's a new artist that just came out, and his name is Lee, Lee. His album is crazy. He's like The Weeknd. If you go listen to it.
Nice. Is it like electro pop type of thing, or is it like all Weeknd, like the R&B sexy vibe?
It's like the new Weeknd.
Right.
You guys should check it out. He's
definitely.
Yeah, like every week we check out like on a Friday on the Future Friday podcast, we check out music from different music industries. So like we've done, I mean, at this point, I don't know, like over 70 countries. And it's so wild, Karen, how so many different countries interpret genres differently.
That's right.
Like French R&B, it's fucking beautiful.
It's so great. Has this fusion with Afro beats.
It's mental.
It's really like low key, but it still makes you want to dance at the same time. There's something insane about it.
Yeah, like
it's really intense.
Brazilian funk, it's mental, and Brazilian R&B, it's fucking wonderful.
Yeah. Then you have the takes on Europe. And from different countries in Europe, like I think you got that inclusion of different languages and how
like Turkish music's really good, dude. Like it's mental, and people usually don't, because the only way you're gonna find out this music is kind of you search it up.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we've obviously been incredibly amazed by like the Philippines, the Indonesia, South Korea. We do know a few Chinese artists, obviously Jackson and Lay.
Lay.
Well, actually, he's got, I think, was it 2019, 2020?
2020.
I think he had 2020's best music video I've ever seen in my fucking life.
With Lit. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yes, that music video is crazy.
I think it's one of the best music videos I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that he's like involved and hands-on with his stuff, mental.
Another human that doesn't sleep. I'm 100% sure of that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Jackson too. Like, I think he's dropping new stuff very soon.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw the teasers. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. It's really good.
Hua Chen-yu?
Hua Chen-yu is a mad vocalist, though.
Wow, you guys know him?
Yes, he is mad, bro. Like, he is crazy. The first time I heard him in one of the videos, I think it was in that contest show, the Chinese singer. And I was like, what on the earth do they feed him? That is incredible. His range and then his presence on stage is hypnotizing. It's absolutely insane.
I need to recommend, if you guys like Hua Chen-yu, you guys should go listen to, there's this guy, his name is Ethan Chen.
Oh my God, I have him on my playlist.
Yes.
Insane.
He's insane.
Insanity.
He's so good. Yeah, he's so good too.
Yeah, this week we should do.
That's crazy.
This week we should do. I want to do. Maybe we'll drop you a DM or something, and you can give us like some recommendations. This week I want to do a Chinese hip hop and R&B.
Yeah, it'll be cool to hear the other side of the talent, because you guys are pretty dope. I mean, it's crazy how much you got.
Talking about obviously R&B, I liked a lot. I saw snippets of it because I obviously wanted to check it out with you. But I saw Meteor Shower.
Oh,
little bits of it, and I thought it would be really cool, and other people might enjoy it. To kind of hear your feedback and kind of see you react to your own video.
Maybe you can give us a little bit of an insight behind the whole storytelling in the video, because it's such a huge part of the video.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, nice. Let's just set up
Wait,
this
just
thing
let me,
here.
just let me, yeah. Can you turn this
Yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah. It's really cool. I always love this because we can put it like this. Look, can you see in the little square? Or do you want us to
Yeah, I
make
can
it
see
bigger?
it.
Yeah.
All right, it's so cool. I already love the like hazy visual effects throughout the music video. It's so cool that whole, it's so 2000s, and I think that's what makes me feel so very nostalgic about it.
I always love
Yeah.
asking this. Do you find it weird, like looking back at yourself and like looking at, you know, like your performances or your videos? Do you find it weird, or you like you like it? I don't know.
Weird. I never watched my performance video.
Yeah, it's really strange, isn't it? Because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what the hell am I gonna think about
That's
this?
what, Karen, that's what
Yeah.
every artist says to us all the time. When we do this with other people, they're always like, oh my God, this is so strange. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Feel free to tell us whatever you want throughout the video. We can pause
Yeah.
at any time.
Okay. Okay.
Just let us know if you can hear it.
That's a great angle.
Toma.
Ooh, great catch.
So this video is based off of a TV show that was popping back in the days.
It was actually really popular in the Philippines as well back in the day. I forgot the name of it.
It's called 流星花园.
Oh, I don't think I can pronounce
what does
that.
it translate to?
Huh?
You know what what does it translate to? Like the name.
The title of the song.
Yeah, Meteor Shower. There was a show. Yeah, I remember that being really popular in Korea as well. Or did they do like a version of it?
Yeah, it was called Boys Over Flowers.
Boys Over Flowers. That's the one, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's the same show.
Okay.
So
Right.
the concept is based off of that TV show.
Okay.
Great, great. Oh, what a cool concept. I already like it. That drama had my mom whipped. She watched it all in one day. She was like,
oh my God.
Yeah, she did.
Karencici.
I love the credits. It was a great
Your backpack low-key matches his top just casually.
Everything's so aesthetically pleasing just by casualties. Love that. I mean, what a vibe.
Melodically, that's actually a joke. It's so good.
As well as the lyrics, you also compose the melodies behind it, right?
Yes.
Right. So when you go to the studio to get it produced, does it come with the idea of what you already want the song to sound like, or does it naturally evolve into something like this?
So my whole entire album was basically written at home because I have like a simple setup. I just come up with the melody first, and then like the theme of what I want to talk about, and then I'll fill in the lyrics. Okay. So it's like just very ghetto way of writing. And then I throw it to like my producers, and I'm like, "Yo, finish this," and then I just release it.
Right, that's cool.
So melody first. I always find it interesting to see which one
comes first.
Which one comes first? Because you know, there's some people that decide to do maybe the theme or the lyrics first.
Yeah.
Other people like to write. We had a friend of ours. He likes to like look at pictures and paintings and then kind of write what he sees, and then it's really interesting how other people do it.
Everybody has their own way of doing it, I guess.
Yeah,
like whatever works for you, right? It's just crazy though. I always like asking those type of questions because it's like it's an insight to how they see the world itself. It's really nice to see you so you fuel everything through the melody first.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything ignites melody in you, or
what inspires you?
Yeah, specific themes.
I like to write when it's late at night. I don't know why. I just have a lot of inspirations at like nighttime. So I usually write like maybe 3 to 4 a.m. ish. That's when I would write.
Well, no reason you don't sleep, Karen.
I don't sleep. My neighbors hate me. I'm sorry.
They'll get used to it. Don't worry. catch. He's got great reflexes.
For fuck's sake.
I did not draw that.
I was gonna say, wow, that is great drawing.
No, I did not draw that.
Fair enough. It's cool though. I like the whole thing. Whoever drew it.
You know what's interesting, Karen? It's so funny how, like, the video is somewhat simplistic in its
The storytelling
the
itself.
storytelling, but and even the color coordination of things, and it really has a, like, an aligned vision. But it's so interesting how, even though it's somewhat like straightforward, it tells so many aspects of the story, like
That's right.
what kind of world that stories exist on.
And you're seeing it from different perspectives of the characters as well, as they're being introduced in 1 minute and 42 seconds of the song, right? So it's a lot of world building, and you don't realize you're getting absorbed by it all.
Like, I got to know two of the lads in like less than a minute. You know,
That's
one's obviously a
fantastic.
bit jealous, and
Yes. Wow, you got it.
yeah,
Wow, you got
it's really
that.
interesting how I think it's the cinematography did really well in
It's
telling those kind of
fantastically
details,
directed, yeah.
but in a direct and simplistic manner, so that the viewer doesn't get lost.
Mm.
It's well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And the melody is so catchy. You're humming along the second time round. It's great.
What? Oh man, this man, Jesus. A Walkman, that's it.
只要我高兴，连巴黎铁塔都可以买给你。更何况像我这么有 size
A little skit.
I'll ask you for the translations in a sec.
那就请三菜小姐为我们在这个特别的日子弹奏一曲吧。
Gosh, I love the outfits.
Okay, I feel like I should explain what's going
Please,
on here. So, basically, you know how in every like K-drama or idol dramas, they would have a rich guy with a broke girl.
Yes.
And the rich guy's mom would not let the rich guy be with the broke girl.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
Throw water scene adhere.
Yes. So the that was the mom, and then basically I went to his house for a party, and his mom did not like me, and then she was trying to embarrass me in front of everybody. So she was like, "You know how to play the piano, right? Why don't you play a song then?" So I acted like I didn't know how to play the piano at first, and then I went back into the song. It's like a cheesy little scene from
It's
the
not
actual TV show.
It's great. It's actually great. I love it. I live for those moments in life.
Yeah,
Like, let me prove you my worth.
to be
I
fair,
love that.
I always I just watched one of my first, what is it, K dramas, right?
Yes.
With my sister,
Oh, what?
and it was called it was called
My roommate is Gumio.
Goo.
Oh, I think I
Nigeri?
heard about it before.
Yeah.
And
How
I
was
mean,
it?
it's quite lovey-dovey, you know, like it's not the type of stuff that I would normally watch.
It's pretty not realistic if you think about it.
It's
Like,
great.
Yeah, pretty not realistic, but it's great. I love it.
Yeah, but it
Me
was
too.
certainly one of the things that I took from it, especially because, you know, we check out art from different parts of the world. I thought it was appropriate to watch such dramas. And one of the things that is so cool as well is, like, again, they interpret scenes, and the way they do filmography and cinematography is completely different to how you might see it on the West. And obviously now with the whole kickoff of like Squid Game and all this stuff, people are realizing, it's like, hold on a second, there's like a whole other industry that may do things better, and certain aspects may be even better, or maybe even more appealing because they're new. And I think this is what that kind of reminds me of. It's like I don't think I would see many music videos that would tell a narrative in this manner visually.
That's
So
right.
it's refreshing.
It's really cool. How did it feel to act?
Yeah.
Awkward as fuck, bro. It was so awkward for me because it was like my first time really acting.
Right.
Yeah, and the dude was a professional actor.
Right.
So he was kind of like guiding me. We had a scene where we had to like dance, right? And we have to kind of look at each other in the eyes. And I couldn't do it. Like it was just awkward for me. So he was like, yo, just look right here. And I was like, okay, okay. So I looked right there like the whole entire time.
Cool little tricks for you. It is crazy though, like the intensity in which acting actually puts you in so much pressure. Sometimes you don't know how much pressure it is, and you're like, oh my god, act natural, body's natural.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
See, those type of transitions between like Chinese and English, I love them.
I love the vocal layering. It's beautiful.
The sausage.
Yes, sausage.
Yay!
He has a nice dress.
Oh, the ad-libs. Oh, such a beautiful swell. Oh, it could go on forever, you know? Oh,
Yeah, like musically, again, it's like the drumming. It's
love the poster moment. Yes.
proper old school, eh?
Oh, yes. I live for a good poster moment. That's fantastic.
What is it like watching it back?
Hmm?
What is it like watching it back? Like after all the work's been done and you kind of just.
It feels good. I remember it was not a difficult shoot. We only took like a day.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Yeah, but the only thing was it was actually raining when we were shooting at the park, so we had to like wait a lot, and the process was really just fun and easy. And fun fact, this song is actually it took the longest to make in my whole entire album because when I was making my album, my company was telling me like they were like, "Yo, we're gonna need like a ballad, you know how it is. We're gonna need a slow song for everyone to sing at the karaoke." So I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna make a ballad, I want to make it interesting. I don't want to just do like another love song because there's like a billions of that. So this song took a little bit of time, and I'm happy how it turned out.
That's great. That's great. I when it came to writing the lyrics and composing the song, opposing already the challenge of trying to make something different. What was your natural approach towards it?
For this song, I basically just imagine myself as like the main girl character of the show, like very in love, surrounded by four princes, and I'm like the princess. It's very like cute and innocent in a way.
Right. Cool, cool, cool. So this is the lighter aspect of the storytelling in the album itself, as well as highlighting, the darker aspects of your personality as well. By the way, the shift between this, or Meteor Shower, and 99% Angel, the music video, is so juxtaposed, but then still, so cohesive as a concept overall. It's really cool. What was the drive behind 99% Angel as the title track of the album?
99% Angel is basically like a track that you can listen to every day. I don't think there's like a specific theme to it. Like for me, lyrics is not very important for me. I feel like for my music, I want them to feel something when they're
Right.
listening to it. I want them to move and
About the vibe. Yeah.
yeah, and just take it however you want to take it. So I don't want to give them like a theme, like, oh, this is what it's about and it has to be this. Yeah, it's just like very free. And 99% Angel talks about like, I'm just like Candy. I feel like Candy is very much like Angel and Devil because they look so sweet, they taste so sweet, but if you eat too much, you might be addicted to it. So in a way, it's kind of like Angel and Devil.
Right. And what was the concept behind the direction of the music video? Because I love that whole being photographed and the holographic backgrounds and stuff. Is it just part of the visual aesthetic that just popped up naturally, or did it have any correlation to the meaning behind the song itself?
There's no meaning. It just
Right.
looked good. It was just
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing.
It's great. It's a fantastic concept overall. I really liked it.
Thank you.
I mean it, dude. It's like not just because we're checking out Meteor Shower with you, we like it. That's a good fucking song.
It's a
dude.
great track.
Yeah,
Thank
they're
you
like
so
the
much.
album. I think you should be proud. I hope you're proud about it because it worked. I think it's really nice, and I can't wait to see other people's. I'm sure when they check out the podcast, I can't wait to see maybe hopefully some new people discover some new music that they like. It's really which is I think those people that like show you new music, they're kind of important to you. You know what I mean? So it's like because they bring those like they brought a new memory, a new experience, something else that maybe they wouldn't have found out if they didn't have that friend or they didn't have someone to recommend them. So I hope you can become that to some of our viewers and even some of our mates. I think they're gonna really like your stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can I ask you what? So you don't sleep, and you're always busy. What do you do for like to relax as a hobby apart from sleeping? Because I'm sure when you're that busy, you have to can relax once in a while. But what are your hobbies?
I love food. I love food. So
Yes.
for me, a relaxing day is just like staying home, ordering Uber Eats,
Oh, hell yeah.
eat takeout, and watch like a Netflix show and just chill with my dog. I think that's like the perfect day off for me.
You have a little dog or is it a big one?
A little. It's a
Big
French
Oh,
one.
bulldog.
Oh, nice.
a Frenchie. What's his name?
His name is Dino.
Dino.
Oh, cute.
Nice. Maybe next time when you join us, we'd
You
love to
can
see.
bring him along.
We'd love to see.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
Um,
so cool. And so apart from like eating, what's the Netflix show that you're hooked at the moment with? Or the last time that you got to relax?
I was watching this show called True Story. Have you guys seen it?
Alright. No, I haven't yet. No.
Recommend. Is really good. Very good.
Great.
Kevin Hart is in it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, the storyline is very, very interesting, and in a way, it's a little bit dark, but I think it's very worth your time. You should watch it.
Well, if
Nice.
you want to watch dark, we were watching Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, I heard about that.
Dude,
Oh,
you
watch
should.
it. Watch it.
Actually-
Unless you're not into gore and stuff. Like if you're not okay with like bloody scenes,
not
don't watch
gory.
it. I can't handle it. Okay.
it's just lots of fighting. It's just it has like maybe they I don't know shoot someone in the head or something.
It's a little graphic.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's like the storyline is fucking good.
Fantastic.
And actually
The acting is elite.
it goes with this kind of idea of being like a bit of an having like this holiness and like morally correct as a hero, but also being
Living with the devil.
but
at the
living
same
with
time.
that kind of darkness inside you.
It's really
It's
great.
real fucking good actually. It's a good series.
I think you'd like it.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I
You
think
into
you'd
like the whole Marvel stuff, or maybe you're not into that stuff?
Yeah.
Super.
Super, yeah.
Yes, I watch like everything. Most of
What's-
everything.
What's your favorite superhero at the moment?
Well, like movie, superhero movie.
Favorite superhero movie? I like Doctor Strange.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, he's my favorite actor. I think he's so good at acting.
Mhm.
So good.
What's his
And
name? Cumberbatch. What is it?
Benedict
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. That's
Yeah.
his name.
yeah, and Loki's good too.
Oh
I
yeah.
like Loki too.
Do you like this show in Disney Plus? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I love the show. It's so good. I can't wait for season 2. It seems crazy.
That's such a weird show, dude.
It is so
It was so weird to
weird.
see him like, I don't know, date himself.
such a
Yeah.
mind-bending situation.
So bizarre.
Yeah, so weird, but I love it.
Yeah, it's really
Good.
nice.
It was
Like,
really great.
the whole Marvel thing. I always say the story. Like I got into it because I dated this girl that used to collect this
comic
the comics, and she would like laminate them, and she would like tell me about it. And the thing is, like, if you would look at her, she would never know that that's like a secret. So then when I found out, she started telling me about this stuff. And then when you see the movies, you're like, holy shit, they pay so much attention to every detail and everything. And obviously the
Yeah.
scores are so good as well. So
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I think there's a lot of like details and deeper meanings and stuff. You have to really like rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what I do sometimes, like, we go watch the movies, and then I come home, and then I'm like searching the videos on
YouTube
on
videos.
Easter eggs in YouTube. Yeah, I was like, what
Me
happened
too.
here? It's like the Easter
Yeah, I'm
eggs.
like,
Somebody
what did that
explain-
mean?
Yeah. Somebody
Me too.
explain it to me, please.
Me
Great,
too.
I love it.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Karen, it's really like again, you're really sweet. It's really nice to have you come on and have a chance to speak to you. I think if there's anything you'd like to share, maybe you have coming up, or where people maybe can follow you, this would be the appropriate time.
Okay, you can find me everywhere if you just look up Karencici, and I just released my album 99% Angel, so go listen to it, and hopefully I can do a lot more shows near wherever you guys are at in the future, and I hope I get to see every one of you, and stay safe, wear a mask, and just be healthy and be happy.
Have you ever been to the UK? Like London?
Never. I
Oh my
want to go.
God, you have to come to London. We'll take you
I want
around.
to go.
Yeah,
If
nah.
I go, can I
Text
find
me.
you guys?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're more than welcome here anytime you want. And
Yes.
I guess, I don't know, if there's any movies, we'll go watch
We'll
some
watch
movies.
a
I don't know.
together.
Let's go. If you guys ever want to visit Asia, I'm here. Just call me up.
We'll
Thank you so
do.
much.
We'll do.
That's so kind. Thank you so much.
Honestly, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. You're so cool to chill with. I love the vibes, and your album is absolutely fantastic.
Truly wish you all the best, Karen. Everybody, Karencici.
Thank you for having me.